in a big matchup here is we've got about 3 minutes till kickoff, Ken, and we're going to try to do a quick pregame here. Let's talk about the Shelby Valley Wildcats. You know, Shelby Valley coming into this ball game 8-0 in overall and undefeated in the district as well, trying to set up a couple of home game playoffs if they can. And you know, they're looking tough right now as they've got some of the top running backs in the state. In Dusty Hall actually is number 2 in the state in rushing and averaging 184 yards a game. And number 2 in the state in scoring as well, averaging 18.8 points a game.
Yeah, that young man's had a tremendous season. And, of course, he has a lot of help back there with Casey Newsom, a tremendous running back. Has had some really big games. Casey was out a couple of games with injuries, or he'd probably be among the top 10 in the state in rushing. Corey Robinson at fullback. And this...
Yeah. What happened? Okay.
What's causing that? You're losing us, but you're able to pick us back up? You reckon it's a phone system there or what?
I don't know, bub.
Back here at Prestonsburg High School, we apologize for the technical difficulties here. We tried a couple of times to do a pregame show, but we're getting near the kickoff now. They're out on the field for the coin toss. Looks like the Black Cats of Prestonsburg have won the coin toss. The Shelby Valley Wildcats will be kicking off. And this is a big football game here, Charlie. Big district matchup. Prestonsburg comes in with a 3-1 district record. Shelby Valley at 3-0. And these teams are fighting for a home field advantage in the playoffs.
Well, you know, Ken, I tell you, it's been a tough season for Prestonsburg as they started off early with a couple of big losses, but they've come back strong now to come into this district with hope going into the playoffs. More, you know, we know that for a fact right now, and hoping to win this game tonight to give them some playoff home field advantage. Shelby Valley, like I say, coming in undefeated.
8-0 on the season, a perfect record. You know, Shelby Valley this year.
We got to talk about a couple players here. We'll talk about Dusty Hall from Shelby Valley. You know, Dusty is number 2 in the state in scoring with 18.8 points per game, and number 2 in the state in rushing with 184 yards a game. Of course, he's got a good backfield as with his running mates in the backfield. He's also, I think, the team's in the top 20 in rushing as a team with Casey Newsom and
Corey Robinson, the big fullback, does a tremendous job. And, of course, Prestonsburg led by Jeremy Cottle, the big defensive lineman / fullback, who is already committed to play for the University of Kentucky. And we're getting ready for the kickoff here. As we talked earlier, young sophomore Austin Clark has stepped in and became the starting quarterback, and that freed up Seth Crisp to move to running back, where he seems to be much more comfortable and having a really good season. And, of course, Hank Mullins in that backfield, a good runner, and here goes the kick. And it's fielded by Mullins. Hank Mullins with it. He's up to the 20, the 22, and down at the 23-yard line. And Prestonsburg will take over there, 1st and 10.
10, we're off.
Well, Prestonsburg at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. As I said, sophomore Austin Clark at quarterback. And looks like we've got Jeremy Cottle and Hank Mullins in the backfield. Now Chris moves to the backfield. Here's the pitch to Seth Crisp around the right side. He's got room. He's up to the 28-yard line. Looks like a pickup of 5 on the play. So a good run there for Prestonsburg on the opening play. And it's 2nd down and 10 now as Austin Clark brings him up under center. Second down and 5. And hit in the backfield is Hank Mullins. And he's nailed for a loss. I believe that was, looked like Brandon Stevens in, one of the players in on that tackle. Is that loss back to the 25-yard line? That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 now. Because Mullins was hit for a 3-yard loss. Clark under center with the full backfield. And hand off to Jeremy Cottle straight up the middle, and he goes nowhere as the Shelby Valley defense is there. And he stopped for no. It looks like he did. The spot is at the 26-yard line, so we'll pick up a 1. Bring up a 4th down, and Prestonsburg will punt.
Back deep for Shelby Valley's Dusty Hall. And looks like we've got a penalty on the play. Somebody's moved on with his offense or the defense, Ken. And looks like the officials are getting ready to sort it out and tell us about it. As looks like it will be against looks like delay a game on Prestonsburg, I believe.
No, he called illegal procedure.
Okay.
So back it up to the 21-yard line. And we've got Mike McDonald back to punt.
And Dusty Hall back to receive again as McDonald takes the snap. Nice spiraling punt, but it's going to be a little short, and Hall will let it fall, and it will be down by Prestonsburg just inside the 50, call it the 47-yard line, and that's where Shelby Valley will start the offensive end of this ball game at. And for Shelby Valley, we'll have, of course, Dusty Hall in the backfield, Casey Newsom, and Chris Prater will be at the quarterback. So we'll have to wait and see what they'll come. I'm sure they'll come out with the power eyes, what they've been running most of the season so far, Ken.
Yes, they have, and let's see, Corey Robinson also in that backfield.
And in the power eye with Dusty Hall in the back. Prater takes the snap and gives to Hall off the left side. Hall's got working through, fighting ahead for probably about 6 yards as good heads up, a hard run by Hall.
Hall was hit early there. It looked like he didn't have much room, but he fought his way down for a 6-yard pickup.
Shows that off-season conditioning that he done. Shelby Valley coming up to the line with just Dusty Hall in the backfield and a quick snap.
No huddle.
No huddle. Pitch to Hall on the outside. Hall's trying to get around the corner, and he does. He gets down to about the 30. We'll call it the 32-yard line. Good pickup by Hall on the quick pitch out from Prater. Hall.
Interesting call. Shelby Valley went with no huddle. Prestonsburg seemed to be caught off guard there.
Something we've not seen from Shelby Valley this year. We've done several of their games, so the coach is really wanting to win this ball game and trying something new as we come back up. Looks like we're going to try another spread formation as we've got two straight eye backfield, 2 wide outs to the left. Hall in the back, long count by Prater. Prater takes the snap again. The pitch to Hall. Hall's going to the left side.
Casey Newsom blocking.
Across the 30. He's going to get down close to the 20-yard line. So Shelby Valley moving the ball well so far tonight. Taking the ball both to the outside, trying to utilize the speed in the backfield. Excellent play calling so far by the Shelby Valley coaches as they've moved the ball very effectively against this Prestonsburg defense. I'll spit it out in a minute.
Down to the near the 22-yard line. Looks like a pickup of about 9 on that play. Again, up a 2nd and 1.
Again, the spread offense with 2 wide receivers to the left in the I backfield. Prater, another long count, gives the ball to Corey Robinson, looks like this time, as Corey will go ahead for about maybe 2 yards. Going to be close to the 1st down as the officials are calling. Looks like they may be calling for the chains. Or
that was Casey Newsom on the carry.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it was.
And actually, they're going to call timeout to move the sticks, as that is a 1st down for Shelby Valley.
She's down to the 19-yard line, pickup of 3.
So now back again in the spread offense with the split backfields this time. Prater takes under long count again, takes the snap, and delayed play as it goes back to, is that
Dusty Hall?
Dusty Hall. Okay. I thought that was 40. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind tonight, Ken. Well, actually, I didn't have one to lose.
Joe said that would be a small loss. And he's stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Is, you know, actually first time Shelby Valley's been stopped on offense so far tonight is they've moved the ball pretty well, trying a lot of new formations that we've not seen. And again, they're going to line up in a wide formation, 2 wide outs to the left, split backs. And Prater under center, man in motion. Ball pitched back to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall trying to get around the end. He gets around the corner, but I don't know how to see where they're going to spot him at. Looks like he's going to be down inside the 10-yard line. And nice run by Dusty Hall as get the ball down the sidelines and get another first down. So it'll be first and goal inside the 10. Looks like
he's inside the 6.
Inside the 6.
Inside the 6.
Okay.
So pickup of 13 on that play.
Prestonsburg Shelby Valley threatening early in this ball game. Going through the Prestonsburg defense at will as Prater under center, waiting, long count. And hands the ball off to the right to
Corey Robinson. Carry, his first carry.
And Corey gets across the 5. We'll call it the 3, the 2-yard line.
That's the 2 or the 3.
So it's going to be second and goal from call it the 2. And Shelby Valley moving the ball very effectively against this Prestonsburg defense early in this ball game.
Yes, they are.
Prater takes the snap, gives the ball to Hall. He's going to go through on the outside for a touchdown. No,
Casey Newsom on the pitch and into the corner. Touchdown, Shelby Valley.
So Shelby Valley takes the early lead, 6-0, with 6:17 to go in the first quarter here. And, you know, Ken, a very, very beautiful drive by Shelby Valley here at Prestonsburg. And, you know, they took the ball on just across the 50-yard line and drove it about, 54 yards?
54 yards and 8 plays, all of them rushing plays.
A lot of new formations for Shelby Valley this time. You know, and it seems like that's upset the Prestonsburg defense as Shelby Valley will try to attack on the point after here. The snap.
Bobby Collins on the kick.
It's up, it's touched, but it looks like it may go through. Let's see, and it is. It's good. So your score now, 7-0. Shelby Valley over Prestonsburg with 6 minutes, 17 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break on the Intermountain Sports Network.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Nothing with a very impressive 8-play, 54-yard drive. And Bobby Collins ready to kick off now. Hank Mullins deep to receive. Seth Crisp along with Matt Clay also back deep.
Low kick as it bounces along the ground, picked up by one. Oh, fumbled by one of the upbacks, falling on just across the 30, well, call it the 27-yard line for Prestonsburg.
Matt Clay with the recovery there.
Heads up play by Clay as that ball just went through the receiver's hands and was just rolling around down there waiting for somebody to pick it up.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Black Cats.
So, you know, see if Prestonsburg can do any better with the ball this time as the second, you know, with their second possession. His first possession didn't net anything for them. Clark will be under center for Prestonsburg. Snap and the handoff to the second man through. Looks like he's going to pick up about 4 yards, and that is
Hank Mullins. Actually, the third man through. They were 3 deep in the backfield.
You know, Prestonsburg's going to run a lot of the power offense tonight, and, you know, that's something we expect to see from them with the big kids that they've got in the backfield. So call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Prestonsburg, as that's one of the better plays they've had so far tonight.
Yes,
Prestonsburg will line up with I guess you call it a power eye, as they have 3 men deep, and The handoff goes to the second man through, looks like this time. Let's see. Is that going to be?
That was Jeremy Cottle with the ball.
So Cottle will pick up, call it a yard. And we'll say, call it 3rd and 4. Hard to see the markers from up here, Ken, as we're sitting on top of the high school building. And makes it a little tougher. We'll say the ball is spotted right on the 35-yard line. So Prestonsburg showing a little more, moving the ball a little more effectively on this drive than they did on their first. And now Prestonsburg set with 2 wide outs to the left and split backfield. Man in motion as we have a whistle. Looks like somebody, maybe illegal motion on the Black Cats. Let's see what the call is going to be. And the officials are going to do that. I think it's going to be illegal motion. I can't really see, but they're going to move Prestonsburg back 5 yards. So it's going. That's about the only call it could be, I believe, Ken.
Yeah, that's twice they've been called for that, as they did on the previous possession right before the punt.
Okay, again, Prestonsburg with the split formation, 2 split backs behind Clark. Clark taking a long snap and takes the pitch and hands the ball off to Cottle. Cottle gets over to the left side, and gets down across the 45, call it the 48-yard line for a Prestonsburg first down.
Brought down by Dusty Hall.
Probably that's the best offensive play for Prestonsburg tonight, Ken.
Yes, it is.
Prestonsburg starting to show some offensive talent of their own as they're moving the ball pretty good on this drive. Let's say that's about the third play on this drive and picked up several yards.
18-yard pickup for Jeremy Cottle as he showed that speed that he has for a big man. Has tremendous speed for such a big football player. He's 6'2", 6'3", 292.
Okay, Prestonsburg again lining up with the split backs and 2 wide outs to the left. Clark under center. Man in motion, takes the ball, pitches it back to Chris trying to get to the outside and doesn't, on second effort gets down close to the 50-yard line.
As Chris fumbled the ball and it bounced straight up into the hands of Hank Mullins. Mullins to midfield with it.
Well, I thought Chris had been stopped and then I saw the ball moving, but nevertheless, the ball is on the 50-yard line and still in the possession of the Black Cats. Call it 2nd down and 8 as the officials are getting ready to do something. They're discussing it, and they've got both teams back in the huddles. Let's see what the call is going to be. I guess they're just trying to decide where to lay the ball down at, Ken, as we're ready to resume play. Prestonsburg coming up to the line again in the split. Well, no, this time they'll have the 2 wide receivers to the left and an eye backfield behind Clark.
Jeremy Cottle along with Seth Crisp in the backfield.
Clark takes the snap, pitches the ball to Crisp on the left side. Crisp makes a good cut, comes back inside, down close to the 45-yard line as, call it a 4-yard pickup, maybe 5. Let's see where they're going to spot the ball at.
Oh, they're spotting it at the 44, 6-yard pickup.
6-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2 now for Prestonsburg. So Prestonsburg moving the ball very effectively now against this Shelby Valley defense.
Looking very effective here. That offensive line doing a good job blocking, and Crisp running hard.
So Clark up under center again, 2 wide outs to the left and the eye backfield behind him. Takes the snap and again gives the ball to Crisp. Crisp is going to get through the line. He's made a good cut. He's got a block. He's going to get down across the 35-yard line. Well, call it the 36 as they say he didn't get across the 35. First down for Prestonsburg is, again, moving the ball well to the outside.
Yes, they are.
Maybe we're going to have an offensive show here tonight, Ken, as both teams moving the ball well on the ground here.
Dusty Hall with the tackle there as he got Chris by the jersey, or he might have been gone. And the same thing with a big 18-yard run by Jeremy Cottle. Had not Dusty Hall been there to tackle him, he could have gone all the way.
Clark under center with the I formation behind him, takes the ball, hands it off to Crisp again, and this time Crisp hit it to the line of scrimmage. Let's say they falls ahead for probably a yard, so we'll call it a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Prestonsburg. I'll tell you though, you got to give Cottle some credit on that last big run by Crisp though, because he made a nice block downfield to get him free for that first down before.
Yes, he did.
Prestonsburg in the huddle now, trying to decide what they're going to do. They've been moving the ball very well. This is the slowest they've come out of the huddle tonight as they've been trying to run the ball quickly. Again, 2 wide outs to the left and an eye backfield behind Clark. Clark takes the snap, and again, the ball to Crisp, and Crisp is trying to get to the outside, makes a good cut, gets down to the 30-yard line.
Bobby Collins on the tackle.
Chris making some good decisions tonight. Is able to see the field from that backfield and choose his hole.
That was number 22, Matt Sloan, on that carry.
Well, Mr. Sloan did a real good job on that.
Yes, he did.
As he was able to pick through the Shelby Valley defense pretty effectively there, as there were two men and he cut between them and picked up the extra yardage. That'll make it 3rd and 5 for Prestonsburg. Again, Prestonsburg in the I formation. The ball this time given to Cottle, and Cottle trying to get to the outside. He's at the 30, and he makes a cut and dives ahead for maybe 5. It's hard to say you dive ahead for 5 yards, but I believe he did. Looks like he's going to have a first down for Prestonsburg, make it a 7-yard pickup if that's where they're going to spot it.
Nice job there by Jeremy Cottle.
You know, Jeremy, he's going, gets the ball and they stretch him out, and all of a sudden he just surges forward for those 5-6 yards. Pretty good move there. You know, again, alluding to that quickness and speed that you were talking about earlier, Ken.
Right. J.R. Johnson had a good shot at him there, but Cottle turned on that speed and got away from him.
Again, Prestonsburg in the I formation with 2 wideouts to the left. Clark takes the snap, the pitch to Crisp, and Crisp, he's got a blocker. He's down inside the 20, call it the 15, 14-yard line. Close to another Prestonsburg first down. Let's see where they're going to spot him at.
Looks like the 13. Very close to a
They're
first
going to
down.
spot him between the 13 and the 14. Let's see. They're going to say it's a second down, and we'll call it less than a yard. And with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, we've had a real ball game so far, Ken, as the clock moving and the ball moving both.
Yes. Very impressive drive by the Black Cats.
Clark under center with the I formation behind him. Hands the ball off to Crisp, and Crisp goes through the middle. He's going to have the first down and then some, as he's going to get down inside the 10, call it the 7-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for Prestonsburg, as they're now knocking on the door against these Shelby Valley Wildcats.
Bobby Collins on the tackle.
We've got 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, and, you know, both teams, after Prestonsburg's initial drive, both teams moving the ball well. As Prestonsburg showing a lot of skills here on this play, as they've not broken the big one, but they've just chewed up yardage every time. Prestonsburg now in the 3-back set, we'll call it a power I, as they pitch the ball back to Crisp, and Crisp is going to get down inside the 3, call it the 2-yard line, so that'll be 2nd and goal from the 2 for Prestonsburg with 2 seconds to go. So I'd say that will end the first quarter as the buzzer goes off. So your score, Prestonsburg down 7-0, but knocking on the door against the Shelby Valley Wildcats here at the end of the first quarter. And we'll take a quick break on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast internet from Gearhart Broadband. Upgrade to the smoldering speed you need, up to 1 gig, and add Plume adaptive Wi-Fi to reach every corner of your home. Experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or click Gearhart Broadband for a great offer today.
Not everyone gets this excited when they discover the joy of Gearhart TV. But it happens. It's kind of a thrill to see every channel in HD. Go back in time with Replay and Restart TV. Record to the cloud. And watch TV everywhere on any device with no set-top box. Your excitement may vary, but there's a lot to cheer about Gearhart TV. Available now. Visit mygtv.com now to sign up.
Nothing but Prestonsburg right on the verge of going into the end zone as they're looking at a 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Both teams eating up a lot of clock on these 2 drives, Ken. Prestonsburg got the ball first and ineffective, but Shelby Valley took the ball for a 54-yard touchdown scoring drive, and Prestonsburg now trying to return the favor as they're going to try to score on a 70-yard drive, as they got the 3 power I backs behind Clark with a 2nd goal, and the man Crisp, the man of the day so far, and he gets in, so call it a 2-yard touchdown run for Prestonsburg, as that doesn't tie your score, but it gets you close. That makes it 7-6 early in the second quarter here. Prestonsburg moving the ball very effectively after the first drive. Going to be somewhere around a 70-yard drive there, Ken. How many plays did it take them?
They did that in only, well, it was a pretty lengthy drive.
Well, they ate up a lot of time on the clock, you know, after the first drive by Shelby Valley. Prestonsburg had it all but that one drive.
Look like 11 plays as they really ate up some clock.
Prestonsburg will go for 2 as they line up again in the power I. Their version of the power eyes, they have 3 backs deep. Again, the ball, the ball doesn't go to Cripps. Clark trying to run it in from the outside, and let's see. Looks like he's going to get it. I think the official is going to signal it.
He got it.
He does.
A great fake there by sophomore Austin Clark as he faked the pitch to Crisp, and the entire Shelby Valley defense went in the direction of Crisp. And Clark rolls outside, gets away from the oncoming rushers, and into the end zone. Excellent job by the young sophomore.
He stretched that ball out about as far as you could because it took him, the pylon, and the referee out just to get in the end zone, but he does get in the end zone. And with that, Prestonsburg has the 8-7 lead over Shelby Valley here with 11:55 to go in the first half. And with that, we'll take a quick.
We'll keep it right here. Let's keep it right here. Let's talk a little bit about this drive. Seth Crisp has carried the ball 9 times and picked up 46 yards. Just done a tremendous job. Jeremy Cottle 4 carries for 31 yards, and Austin Clark a beautiful run there on that 2-point conversion. So this is shaping up to be quite a football game. Prestonsburg on top 8-7. Of course, Dusty Hall. A very good first quarter as he carried the ball 5 times, picked up 44 yards. Casey Newsom a couple of carries for 5 yards, one of those being the Shelby Valley touchdown, a 2-yard run. Corey Robinson 4 yards on his only carry. So very good football game here so far. 8-7 Prestonsburg.
So Matt Sloan will tee it up and kick off to Shelby Valley here, and they have Dusty Hall, Corey Robinson, and let's see. I'm losing my mind. Casey Newsom back deep and ready to kick the ball off. Oh, squib kick goes to the right, goes out of bounds, so Shelby Valley will end up with excellent field position as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to spot it at, Ken.
Looks like he went out right at the 38.
So Shelby Valley again with excellent field position to start this second drive in the second quarter. So, that tells us a whole lot about that drive of Prestonsburg. Eat up a lot of yards, but the main thing is it ate up a lot of clock.
A lot of clock.
As, only two drives in that first half as Prestonsburg goes 3 and out on their first possession, and then both teams score on long running drives. Shelby Valley lines up in the I formation to give to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall cuts through the left side, picks up about 3 yards as trying to go up the middle. Hard to do against that Prestonsburg defense. Well, actually, I guess they're going to spot the ball ahead, give him about 5 yards as better looking pickup than we thought.
Yes, it was.
Looked like he just got across right to the 40, and they said he got to the 42, so good run by Dusty Hall. Again,
2nd and 5 now.
Again, Shelby Valley on the power I this time. Prater under center. Long count. Takes the ball, hands it again to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall again off the left side, and he'll be up close to the 50-yard line, and another first down for Shelby Valley. I tell you, we've seen a lot of offense by both schools so far tonight, Ken, as both of them moving the ball extremely well on the ground here.
Yes, they are.
Call it the 49 and 1st and 10 Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley taking the ball and just running Dusty Hall to the right, Dusty Hall to the left, and when they try to stop that, they give it to Casey Newsom, and he picks up some yardage. Again, the power I behind Prater.
2nd and 1.
Prater takes the snap, and Casey Newsom trying to get to the outside, and doesn't look like he's going to make it as he's forced out of bounds. Call it the 49-yard line. That'll be a loss of 1, and maybe 2. Well, they're going to call it. We'll call it the 50. Looks like the official standing. Nope, he's going to step back to the 49. So 2nd and 11 now or second. We'll call it 2nd and 12 as it's just short. Well, yard and a half. So we'll call it 2nd and 12 for Shelby Valley. First time Shelby Valley's been stopped tonight is they moved the ball effectively all night. Well, all through the first quarter. I guess I shouldn't say all night as we're just into the second quarter. Split backs behind Prater with wide outs to the right. Dusty Hall in motion. The pitch back to Newsom, and looks like they're going to lose it as he didn't pick it up. So Prestonsburg will get the fumble.
Prestonsburg will take over.
Prestonsburg will take over on their own on the Shelby Valley 44-yard line. Well, no, 42-yard line. I'm having a hard time reading those markers tonight, I tell you. With 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half, Prestonsburg picks up the big fumble. Nice defensive play there.
Big break for the Black Cats.
Austin Clark under center with the power eyes. They have 3 backs deep. Takes the snap and gives, I don't know where it went to. Looks like he may have fumbled as well.
Down.
Shelby Valley recovers this one, the official says, so we're going to change all hands again. So Shelby Valley able to pick up the loose fumble.
Philip Akers on the recovery. No, that's 41. Number 41, Scotty Hamilton on the recovery.
So luck strikes for Shelby Valley as they give the ball up, and then one play later, Prestonsburg coughs it back up, so they start out. Actually, I guess they lost 10 yards, but they got the ball back as they'll be on their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10, so the ball bounces funny in high school football, Ken.
Yes, it does. And we've got a...
Just when you... Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Shelby Valley. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout on the Intermountain Sports Network.
Smile, girl. Act like you like each other.
This is our Chicago.
Stop! We're gonna enjoy every minute of it.
You two coming or what?
Hey, wake up, brother. It is payback time.
It's bigger than the 2 of us now.
You gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be.
The Bellator K has landed.
More than ever, life is full of change, and sometimes change is good. Same with your cable package. By upgrading to streaming with Gearhart TV, you get a ton of features and content. That's entertainment for everyone, no matter what they watch or how they do it. Change doesn't have to be a challenge either. Streaming with Gearhart TV is easy to use on the devices you already have. Ready for change? Contact Gearhart TV and make the switch to streaming today.
Back here at Prestonsburg High School, Shelby Valley has the ball, 1st and 10 on their 40-yard line after the big fumble by Prestonsburg.
Which was after the big fumble by Shelby Valley.
Prater under center with the I formation behind him, 2 wideouts, and he hands the ball off the middle to, looks like that's going to be Casey Newsom. As Casey Newsom gets out, he's across the 30, down deep into Prestonsburg territory as he's going to be down close to the 25-yard line. Very explosive run by Newsom as he pops through the middle of the line. Everybody watching Dusty Hall, and Newsom just burns them bad as he gets down. They're going to call it the 27, aren't they, Ken?
Yes, they are. What a run by Newsom as he was stopped twice and wrapped up and just kept running, kept those legs driving.
No huddle offense by Shelby Valley is the power I formation. The pitch back to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall's trying to get to the outside, and he makes a cut and doesn't quite make it as he gets down to the 25-yard line. I tell you, Shelby Valley going that no-huddle offense caught us off guard. We weren't paying attention. So give him a yard pickup. That's a long way to go for a yard for Dusty Hall, but, you know, that usually pays off for him with his speed when he gets to the outside. 2nd and 9 now for Shelby Valley.
Casey Newsom with a big 33-yard gain on that previous play.
The I formation with 2 wideouts to the left, Prater under center. Long count. Takes the snap. Gives the ball to Newsom again, and Newsom cuts down close to the 20-yard line, call it the 21, be a pickup 4, so that'll bring up 3rd and 5, well actually 3rd and 4 for Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley running a lot of the quick sets tonight, something we've not seen. We're coming out of the huddle very quick with the long counts on the line. Shelby Valley again with the I formation, 2 wideouts to the left, Prater under center. Again, Prater with the long count. Takes the snap, the pitch back to Hall. Hall gets to the outside. He's got a blocker. He gets down inside the 20, call it the 12-yard line, or the 11's where they're going to spot him. Nice run by Hall as he has a blocker in front of him, able to make a nice cut off the block, and that looks like it'll be another 1st down for Shelby Valley.
10-yard pickup for Dusty Hall.
So after the big scoring drive by Prestonsburg, Shelby Valley coming back with a vengeance as they're moving the ball very effectively now. And looks like we have a timeout down on the field. The officials are talking about something. They're looking for a football, I believe. I think the Shelby Valley sideline got a little excited on that.
You need the football.
That's the only thing that slowed Shelby Valley down so far on this drive, except for the fumble that they lost and then recovered back from Prestonsburg. I formation behind Prater, 2 wideouts to the left. Prater takes the snap, gives the ball to Dusty Hall, and Dusty Hall will be dropped for a loss of about 2 there. as that play just didn't develop like they wanted it to, don't believe, Ken.
No, it did. Dusty Hall hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, broke that tackle, but in the process lost 3 yards back to the 14-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and 13 for Shelby Valley. Has been a very good football game here so far tonight.
Yes, it has.
Very competitive.
And the clock really moving fast as neither team yet to attempt to pass. So all on the ground. We're down under the 8-minute mark now in the second quarter.
Okay, Shelby Valley will come up to the line of scrimmage with 2 tight ends and a power I, and they give the ball to Dusty Hall, and Dusty Hall gets down to the 10-yard line, so give him a gain of 3 as he gets back just past the original line of scrimmage. We'll call it 2nd or 3rd and 9, I guess it will be.
Matt Sloan with an excellent tackle there. It looked like Hall had an opening and could be a big gainer, but Matt Sloan wrapped him up there by the ankles. Great tackle.
Ball spotted with the nose right on the 10-yard line as Shelby Valley knocking on the door here. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Should be 3rd down.
Should be 3rd down is what I'm thinking.
It's 3rd and 9.
So
Shelby Valley takes their second time out. We'll kick it back to the station. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Valley 7 and the Shelby Valley Wildcats a 3rd and 9 from the 10-yard line of the Black Cats.
And Prater fakes the handoff to Hall. They're going to throw their first pass, and it's close. Did he catch it? No, incomplete. As looks like, who is the attempt to?
Looks like that was attempted for Scotty Hamilton.
Scotty Hamilton, as first pass of the game, falls short. It was very close, though. If he'd held on to it, it would have been a touchdown, Ken.
Almost connected on that.
So Shelby Valley now with 4th and 9, and they're going to call another timeout. So with that, we will take a quick timeout on the Intermountain Sports Network.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast internet from Gerhardt Broadband. Upgrade to the smoldering speed you need, up to 1 gig, and add Plume adaptive Wi-Fi to reach every corner of your home. Experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or click Gerhardt Broadband for a great offer today.
We're back here at Prestonsburg High School where Shelby Valley will attempt a 27-yard field goal. Bobby Collins in to kick. Dusty Hall the holder. It's up.
Looks like it's going to be wide to the left. Or
wide to the right.
My left, their right. Hey.
And Prestonsburg will take over now at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. As Shelby Valley, a very impressive drive, and they come away with no points.
Just stalled short of the goal line there as everything's working out pretty good. And Shelby Valley not able to punch the ball in as Dusty Hall was stopped short on a run there a while ago, and nothing else just not going well for them on that play. 7 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the first half. Your score, Prestonsburg 8, Shelby Valley 7. Shelby Valley moving the ball well, but unable to score, as Prestonsburg will now start on the 20-yard line. The I formation and 2 wide outs to the left for Prestonsburg as Austin Clark under center. Looks like he's going to pitch the ball back to Seth Crisp, and Crisp is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they're going to give him any gain at all. Looks like they're going to give him a gain of 1, so they'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Prestonsburg there, Ken.
Roy Standifer with a nice tackle there as he wrapped him up in a hurry. Pick up of 1.
So 2nd and 9 now for Prestonsburg. Shelby Valley defense come up strong on that one as It's one of the few plays in this game. We've seen the ball move quite a bit, and defense tightens up just in time, seems like. 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the first half. Prestonsburg up under center. Clark with an I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. The snap, the pitch back to 22. And looks like he's going to break it down inside right at the 35-yard line, so that'll be a first down for Matt Sloan. As excellent run up the middle for Sloan there against this Shelby Valley defense, and Prestonsburg starting to move the ball just like they did on the previous drive, Ken.
Yes, they are. They've been very impressive the last couple of times they've had the ball.
You know, they've got some good blocking up on that front line, and these backs are making some good cuts as, you know, Prestonsburg looking very, very crisp here. Pardon the pun, I guess. Seth Crisp picking up a lion's share of the yardage. Again, the power I as they have 3 backs deep. Clark takes the snap and gives the ball to Sloan. And Sloan dropped for a big loss. Call it a loss of 5. Let's see if they, nope, yep.
J.R. Johnson.
No, they're going to call it a loss of 4, I guess. Well, 3. They can't make up my mind for me. We'll call it a loss of 3, so it'll be second down and 13 for Prestonsburg as the Shelby Valley defense coming up strong there.
Well, they certainly did. J.R. Johnson in that backfield quickly with a hard hit.
Watch for Prestonsburg to go with that quarterback keeper again out of that 3-deep I formation as worked effectively for them on the goal line a while ago. But now they're going to line up with a straight I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Clark under center takes the ball. It's going to be a fake reverse as Sloan cuts it down the left sideline, gets down close to the 40-yard line as he faked the reverse to Seth Crisp that time and just paralyzed the Shelby Valley defense long enough for him to get outside and pick up about 8 big yards.
We'll spot it right at the 40-yard line.
So Prestonsburg now 3rd and 6, well, 3rd and 5 we'll call it. 3rd and 5 from the 40 with 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the first half. Prestonsburg moving the ball again. But,
very impressive.
You know, this Prestonsburg team has got a lot of confidence after a couple big wins here late in the season. The I formation with 2 wide outs to the right this time. Clark under center takes the snap. The pitch back to Crisp this time, and Crisp makes a nice cut. He's gotten down across the 50. Call it the 49-yard line, but there is a yellow flag on the field, so in that spot looks like it'll probably be a holding call, Ken.
Probably.
But we'll have to wait for the officials to sort it out. Well, actually, it's going to be an illegal motion against Prestonsburg as it was thrown by the line judge. I'm sure that Shelby Valley will take the penalty and back them up 5 yards. So they're discussing it with the captains now. Let's see. Yep, they're going to back them up, so that's what we kind of thought would happen as Prestonsburg picked up the big yardage. There would have been what would have been a first down. Now will be a 3rd down and 10 as the ball will be moved back to the 35-yard line of Prestonsburg.
Tough break there for the Black Cats as they picked up that big first down.
Picked up good yardage there, and then the penalty called it back. I'm sure the coaches will have a lot to say about that at halftime, as mistakes like that this late in the game will really kill a drive for you, Ken.
Be interesting to see if Prestonsburg puts up their first pass tonight. Austin Clark at quarterback.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
And this time they're going to go with the the 3-deep I formation. And Clark under center takes the snap, pitches it back to
Crisp.
Crisp throws the ball, and he hits a receiver, and he gets down past the 45-yard line. Let's see where they're going to spot him at. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 43. Was that Mike McDonald, I believe, on the pass reception, Ken?
Beautiful throw by Crisp.
You know, Crisp has played the quarterback position before, so that was nothing, something we could expect. And nice play there by Crisp as he throws the ball down the field for a Prestonsburg first down. So both teams have now thrown their first pass. Prestonsburg has the advantage on that as though that they completed theirs. Again, the 3-deep I formation. This time the handoff to Cottle. Fumbled. Okay. I thought they handed off to Cottle, and then I didn't see him with the ball. So let's see who's going to have it. And Shelby Valley says they do. Prestonsburg says they do.
Referee
the official says Prestonsburg does, so I'm sure we'll keep going in that direction. As Cottle got through the line but unable to hold on to the football, as I guess we'll give him a pickup of, what, 3 on the yard, 3 yards on it as the ball will be spotted right at the 40-yard line. I believe we were down there a while ago, and they just got it called back on the big penalty, so that'll bring up 2nd and 7 now for Prestonsburg. Crisp under center with the, not Crisp, but
Austin
Clark under center with the 3 deep backs, and again takes the handoff to Cottle, then gives it to Crisp, and Crisp is hit just as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Is he going to make any positive yardage, or are they just going to, nope, they're going to say no gain on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Prestonsburg as the Shelby Valley defense trying to tighten up now against this strong running attack that Prestonsburg is presenting out of that 3 deep I formation. I don't believe I've seen that formation before, Ken. Have you?
I saw it some last week at Pike Central.
Okay, well,
Prestonsburg Black Cat team.
Yeah. That's an interesting formation as they've got the big Caldwell kid and the 2 quick backs behind him, so very effective so far. And the ball given to Crisp on the 3 deep, and this time Crisp will get across the line of scrimmage, but not a whole lot more. Well, he may pick up 5 yards. Let's see. They're going to say he got down to the 35-yard line, which will be actually close to a first down. Well, they're going to say now he got to the 36, so he'll be short of the first down. So they'll bring up 4th and call it, 4th and 2, would you say, Ken?
A long 2, possibly 3 yards. So we're down now to 2.5 minutes remaining here in the half. The clock running.
Prestonsburg going to try to get the first down on 4th as they line up again in the 3 deep I. Clark under center. Long count trying to draw the Wildcats offside, and he's going to call the timeout. And with that, we'll take a quick timeout on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Minute.
Not everyone gets this excited when they discover the joy of Gearhart TV. But it happens. It's kind of a thrill to see every channel in HD. Go back in time with Replay and Restart TV. Record to the cloud. And watch TV everywhere on any device with no set-top box. Your excitement may vary, but there's a lot to cheer about Gearhart TV. Available now. Visit mygtv.com now to sign up.
Really? Huh? One of them must have been one of Terrence.
And Prestonsburg takes the snap, gives the ball to Crisp, and Crisp looks like he may pick up the first down there, Ken. Let's see where they're going to spot the ball at, as he looks like he's going to be down close to the 30. Let's see. They've not made a decision. Let's see where they're going to spot him at.
At the 32, and that's close to the first down. Let's see.
They've got to make a call here. The officials either got to call for a measurement, or they're going to call for a measurement, as it's going to be too close for them to call now. I don't think they realized it was 4th down, as they were ready to just say go on and play. But Shelby Valley sideline said, hey, he's short, so we want the ball back. So now they're going to bring the sticks out and see where we're going to be. And with 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go, we have an 8-7 lead for Prestonsburg and the ball. So this is a big play for them right here, as they were able to stop Shelby Valley on their last drive. And this one's not even going to be close. They're going to be about a yard. And
so Crisp with a 4-yard pickup on that carry.
So Prestonsburg being still moving the ball effectively on the ground, even after the big 5-yard penalty cost them the first down a while ago. They've gotten it back and then some, as it will be 1st and 10 from, what are they going to say, the 30-yard line, Ken?
32.
Waiting on to set the change, and Prestonsburg already lined up in the 3 deep I. Clark under center. Takes the snap, and it looks like he's going to hand it off to Cottle up the middle, and Cottle will bowl ahead for a pickup. Looks like he's going to have about 2, maybe 3.
That's, they'll mark it down at the 27, pickup of about 5.
So 2nd and 5 now for Prestonsburg, as Cottle using his strength and quickness to get up the middle and force ahead for the 5 yards. Deceptive runner, as big as he is, he's got some quick speed, and he gets through those holes in a hurry. Again, the 3 deep I behind Clark.
1:30 remaining.
And this time he hands it off to 87. That is
That is someone that hasn't carried the ball yet.
Yes, and I don't see him on my roster anywhere.
There's not an 87 on here. I'm not sure who that is.
You know, we'll tell you who it is when we find out, but looks like he lost him. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage on that, Ken, or did he lose a yard? We'll say he got back.
Picked up a yard,
Picked up a yard. Well, the scoreboard still says, it says 4th and 5, so I don't guess we can pay attention to that, so we'll call it 3rd and 4 for Prestonsburg here. I believe the scoreboard operator's gotten more into the game than we have.
We've got Prestonsburg took a timeout here. We're going to keep it right here. We're down now to 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And I tell you, we've had a real ball game. This may be one of the best ball games we've had on the Intermountain Sports Network this year, Ken.
Yes, it is, definitely. It's been a great matchup here. These teams playing evenly. Prestonsburg on top 8-7, and probably pretty even in the yardage here. We've not figured that up yet, but both teams moving the ball really well on the ground tonight.
So that's we'll call it 3rd and 4 for Prestonsburg. Prestonsburg looks like they're ready to go as they're lined up in the 3 deep I with Cottle in the front and Crisp in the back and 87 in the middle. And this time the give to Cottle, and he tries to get outside and doesn't quite get outside, but he picks up a couple of yards as he gets down close to the 20. Let's see where they're going to spot him. About the 22, is that what you think, Ken?
Looks like the 22. He's probably going to be close to the first down. And probably a little bit short.
The officials have called timeout to mark the ball, so let's see if they're going to measure. Yep, they're going to call time and measure, so it's going to be close. Let's see where we're going to be at. As they've got the sticks down. This officiating crew moving a little slow tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Looks like he's going to be short by just a few inches, Ken.
Very close.
Less than we'll call it a foot, as that'll bring up 4th and a foot. And I'm sure that you'll see Prestonsburg go for it here. Look for big Jeremy Cottle to carry the ball up the middle and try to pick up that tough yardage against this Shelby Valley Wildcat team.
Austin Clark comes off the sideline, getting the play from Coach DeRosset.
So look for that 3 deep I from Prestonsburg again, as that's what they've run most of the night. But again, look for big Jeremy Cottle to carry it up the middle, as that's what they line up in. And it's a short 3 deep as Cottle cheats up a little bit closer to the quarterback. Clark under center, looking back to make sure everybody's got to play. And the quick count, and I was wrong. He's going to give it to Crisp, and Crisp is going to be stopped way short of the first down as he is hit deep in the Prestonsburg backfield.
Bobby Collins with a big hit. Great job by Bobby Collins.
That should fire the Wildcats up, as they've stopped the Black Cats short of the first down on 4th and 1. And I guess we'll call it turnabout, because both teams have been stopped on short yardage twice in this last drive, Ken. Both of them moved the ball well, but stopped when they had to. And
great job of Bobby Collins and this Shelby Valley defense to put a stop to the drive.
Shelby Valley will go on offense now with 55.9 seconds to go in the first half, and they'll have the ball right about the 25-yard line, as looks like the nose of it's laying on the 25. Prestonsburg in the cornfield offense. They got 3 wideouts to both sides and a single back in the backfield, and we've got a flag on the field as Prestonsburg pointing toward the Shelby Valley players, hoping that somebody's lined up off sides. And we'll call it illegal motion against Shelby Valley, and that'll back them up 5 yards. That'll be 1st and 15 from the, call it the
20-yard line.
20-yard line. Well, I guess it makes sense. They moved back 5 from the 25, doesn't it?
Normally ends up at the 20 when they do that.
That's mathematician, isn't it? That's what's coming out. 55 seconds to go. Shelby Valley 1st and 10 on the 15, or 1st and 15 on the 20. Again, 2 wideouts to the left. Man in motion, single back is Dusty Hall, and he is hit in the backfield several times. A whole host of Prestonsburg Black Cats, as he may have picked up a yard on that, but I believe there's another flag on the ground. Is that not a flag behind his feet?
Yeah, there is a flag.
So it looks like it's going to be against Shelby Valley as well, as I saw the official pointing that direction. It'd be interesting to see if Prestonsburg will take this penalty or take the loss.
No, it was during the play, so I think it was a holding call.
Let's see what they're going to call here. I didn't see a preliminary signal. I just see him point toward Shelby Valley. Yeah, it's a big holding penalty, too, as that'll back up Shelby Valley even more, as they're going to be down inside the, is that inside the 10?
The 10,
so
back to about the 7.
So it's going to make it first, and we'll call it 30, as that's what the scoreboard says. And I tell you, Shelby Valley getting the ball back here, but they have not been able to do anything with it with 40 seconds to go on the clock. They've got 2 wideouts to the left, an I backfield behind Prater, and this time they give to the first man. I can't see his number yet. I would assume that would be Casey Newsom. And it is, as Newsom goes ahead for maybe a couple. Not much as he gets across the 10. We'll call it, maybe he may get to the 11, so we'll call it a pickup of 4 and make it 2nd down and 26, as look for Shelby Valley to keep the ball on the ground here and just try to run the clock out and go in just down 1. I don't even know if they'll snap it. It looks like they're going to stay in the huddle and let the clock run out in the first half here. And what a half it's been, Ken Hall.
Yes, it has, as Prestonsburg leads 8-7, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with some halftime statistics. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
More than ever, life is full of change, and sometimes change is good. Same with your cable package. By upgrading to streaming with Gearhart TV, you get a ton of features and content. That's entertainment for everyone, no matter what they watch or how they do it. Change doesn't have to be a challenge either. Streaming with Gearhart TV is easy to use on the devices you already have. Ready for change? Contact Gearhart TV and make the switch to streaming today.
My family means everything, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure they're safe in our home. I started with this, a whole home security system with 24/7 monitoring. We control our system from anywhere, and wherever I am, I can see my family's okay.
You'd do anything to protect your family. Start with this, a smart home security system from Gearhart Security. Call or visit GearhartSecurity.com to learn more.
And Brian on the Intermountain Sports Network, as Prestonsburg and Shelby Valley knotted up in a tight one, as it's Shelby Valley down 7-8 as Prestonsburg takes the 1. Yeah. What? Okay. Oh, you calling me, are you? Ken Hall and Brian Lee back with you at Prestonsburg High School, as we're in a tight one here with Prestonsburg leading Shelby Valley 8-7 at the half, and it's been a fine ball game so far, Ken, as we've seen a lot of offense from both of these schools, and defense has come up strong when it's had to.
Yes, they have, and it's like you said, a very competitive first half. Both teams playing really well, doing a good job on the ground, running the ball, and the defense is stepping up when they need to. For some halftime statistics, Shelby Valley led in rushing by Dusty Hall with 11 carries for 70 yards. Casey Newsom had 6 carries for 45 yards, one of those being a 2-yard touchdown. Corey Robinson carried the ball 1 time for 4 yards. And Chris Prater, 1 pass, which was incomplete. For the Prestonsburg Black Cats, they were led by Seth Crispus. He had an excellent first half. He carried the ball 14 times, picked up 51 yards. He also completed a 22-yard pass to Mike McDonald. Hank Mullins carried the ball a couple times, had only 1 yard. And Jeremy Cottle, 6 carries for 39 yards. He did a very impressive job carrying the ball in the first half. Matt Sloan, 4 carries for 20 yards. And very good first half for both of these teams. Austin Clark with a beautiful run there on the option pass, or a fake, and he kept the ball bootleg, rolled out to the left, and scored the 2-point conversion to put the Black Cats ahead. So a very big play here by that young sophomore quarterback. And at the half, it's Prestonsburg 8, Shelby Valley 7.
Ken, been all that we thought it would be. We were talking coming down, this one was going to come down to attitude and who was ready to play, and both teams have come out and are ready to play tonight, as is evident on the scoreboard and on what we've seen on the field. As we've had some big hits, some big runs, some big blocks all night long, as both teams have moved the ball very well on the ground, and defense has come up strong a couple of times, as we've had 2 fumbles, 3 fumbles, 2 turnovers out of those fumbles, and Prestonsburg was able to recover one of their own, and we've had the big defensive play as Prestonsburg stopped Shelby Valley from scoring down inside their own 10-yard line earlier in the first half, and then on the big 4th and 1 foot play, Shelby Valley came up big on the defensive stop there to keep Prestonsburg from scoring. So we've seen a fine football game so far in this half.
Yes, we have, and we appreciate you being with us tonight, and hope you'll stay with us for this second half. Should be a very exciting second half here from Prestonsburg. So we'll kick it back to the station and be back shortly with second half action. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Not everyone gets this excited when they discover the joy of Gearhart TV. But it happens. It's kind of a thrill to see every channel in HD. Go back in time with replay and restart TV. Record to the cloud. And watch TV everywhere on any device with no set-top box. Your excitement may vary, but there's a lot to cheer about Gearhart TV. Available now. Visit mygtv.com now to sign up.
Caring for the loved ones of others during their twilight years can be an emotionally challenging task. Don't mistake that challenge as something completely draining. There's a lot of potential for a hospice nursing career to be emotionally rewarding. Hospice nurses seek to help patients live life to its fullest. If you feel this is where your heart can truly help others, email us at info@applhchs.org or call Appalachian Hospice and Home Health Services today.
It's Lily Valley Wildcats, 8-7, and should be a great second half here, Charlie Pinson.
Well, you know, we saw a real good first half, Ken. I think we can expect the same in the second, as both teams have come out, look like they're both fired up and ready to play some football and see what kind of adjustments the coaching staff's made at halftime. And, well, Shelby Valley will, they will get the ball to start this second half, so they will be on the offensive side first, and be interesting to see if they try to do anything different, as they were able to move the ball well in the first half against Prestonsburg. Stopped inside their 10-yard line a while ago. Other than that, they were moving the ball pretty good. And
yes, they were.
Prestonsburg's got the ball teed up, and they'll be kicking off, and deep for Shelby Valley will be Dusty Hall, Casey Newsom, and 25, that is Brandon Stevens. So it's a short kick to the left, and it'll be fielded by Stevens, and Stevens will come up the right side of the field and be knocked out of bounds over close to the 40-yard line. Let's see, probably the 38 looks like from here. So Shelby Valley will start with good field position again on this drive, as they've had good field positions on all their drives so far, well, all but the last drive of the first half, as they held Prestonsburg on the 4th and 1 play. And we'll call it the 38, and Shelby Valley will start on offense from there. Let's see if they change anything up.
Chris Spriggs on a nice tackle there on that return.
Well, Shelby Valley looks like they're going to come up with the power I formation. Prater will be under center, and Hall will be in the back of the I, as the first call goes to Dusty Hall, and Dusty Hall is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. He may have struggled ahead for a yard. Let's see.
Matt Sloan on the tackle there.
Let's give him a gain of 1 yard, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Shelby Valley. The Prestonsburg defense coming up strong there. Looks like a couple of stunts in the middle to try to stop the Wildcats from going up off tackle. So look for Shelby Valley to try to use their speed to get outside and try to break some big runs here as they come back up in the power I formation. Prater under center. Long snap count. Prater takes the ball. Again, the handoff to Casey Newsom. As Casey Newsom fights and twists and maybe kicks up 3 yards as he gets across the 40, call it the 42-yard line. It's unusual to see Casey Newsom in the back of that eye. We'll call it the 43, give him a pickup of 4, making it third and 4 for Shelby Valley here. So changing up a little bit there is moving some players around. Again, the power I formation under center is Prater. The quick snap. This time the Hall gets the ball. Hall makes a cut back to the inside, runs into his own man, but he gets across the 50-yard line. Call it the 49, and that'll be a first down for Shelby Valley. Dusty Hall showing a lot of quickness there, starting to go to his right and then cutting back to his left, and he hadn't run into his own man. Ken could have picked up a bunch of yards there.
Yes, he could have.
So 1st and 10 from the 49 for Shelby Valley as they're moving the ball after a couple of short gains to start with. They're picking up and moving the ball pretty good now. The power I formation behind Prater, quick snap to give to
Casey
Newsom, and Newsom gets out down to the 45-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 44 as Prestonsburg able to stop him, but not after a 5-yard gain, we'll call it. Second and 5.
Wrapped up there by Tony White.
I see the marker now, Ken's right in front of us.
Oh, okay.
We've had a hard time with the markers tonight as we're on the opposite side of the field as we're used to. And Shelby Valley will come up again with the power I formation. Prater under center. And we have a whistle as somebody has lined up off sides. Looks like it will be Shelby Valley as looks like this right tackle. Well, evidently not. Looked like the tackle for Shelby Valley had his hand out too far, but they're going to say that Prestonsburg lined up in the neutral zone. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty and another first down for Shelby Valley. Well, I guess not, as it'll be second and less than a yard for, second and about 6 inches looks like from here. As Shelby Valley, they're going to go out and measure it now. Make up my mind, but the officials seem like they've been running a tick behind tonight as Shelby Valley was ready to come out of the huddle and play. And from this vantage, it's going to be, that's not quite 6 inches, I'd say we'll call it second inches for Shelby Valley as the measurement comes out, and looks like the chain man with the marker didn't quite get it right where it belonged, did it? And second and inches now. Shelby Valley in the power I formation. And Prestonsburg bunching up in the middle. Look for Shelby Valley to try to go wide, and they do as Casey Newsom breaks it, and he may go. As Casey Newsom,
gone.
He is gone. He goes across the 5. Touchdown, Shelby Valley. So Prestonsburg looking for the big quick hitter up the middle for the first down, and Shelby Valley fools him and scores a touchdown as Casey Newsom goes for about a 40-yard touchdown run, call it 39, as the ball was set on the 39-yard line. So now your score is 13-8 Shelby Valley, and look for Shelby Valley to go for a 2-point conversion here to change the score and make it, make Prestonsburg have to score and make the conversion if they were to score again. You're the mathematician.
Well,
you're supposed to start doing that part for me, Ken.
I don't know if there's any help for you tonight, Charlie.
Shelby Valley now has a 5-point lead, and they're trying to make it 6 as confusion in the backfield, and Prater we drop for a big loss, and Shelby Valley will not get the conversion, and that will leave your score at 13-8, Shelby Valley over Prestonsburg.
9 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll just keep it right here. And a very impressive drive by the Wildcats to open this second half.
Yeah. Picking up a little bit of yardage, just picking away at Prestonsburg, and then just when Prestonsburg thinks they're going to try the quick hitter up the middle, Shelby Valley sees them bunching up in the middle, and they get the ball on the outside to Casey Newsom, and he just rolls down the field. Eludes a couple of tacklers after about a 5-yard gain, and then it's just nobody between him and the goal line as he just rolls right in untouched after he gets past the 30. And
Casey Newsom really hit the hole quickly there.
Credit that is a good call for the offensive coordinator for Shelby Valley as he saw Prestonsburg bunching everything up in the middle, and once Casey Newsom got a block on the outside, there was nobody between him and the goal line as everybody was probably looking for Robinson to take it up the middle or a quarterback sneak as they were all over the center. And one of those kind of things, you make the right call at the right time, it makes you look real good. So Shelby Valley will kick off now as deep for Prestonsburg is
Hank Merlin. Hank was injured in that first half and sat out a lot, but he's back now.
Onside kick for Shelby Valley as the ball goes down to the 30-yard line.
McDonald with it.
McDonald gets out close to the 40 and looks like he's going to be tackled right at the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. And good field position for Prestonsburg to open for their opening drive in the second half, Ken.
Yes, it is. As both teams on their opening drives in this half open around the 40-yard line. So Prestonsburg at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Austin Clark again in at quarterback.
Look for Prestonsburg to go back to Seth Crisp in this second half as he did a lion's share of the work in the first. As again they line up in the 3-deep I formation. The handoff to Crisp, and Crisp hit in the backfield for a big loss. Hit by J.R. Johnson from Shelby Valley. Big defensive play there as it's about a, what would you call that,
That's
a 5-yard loss?
4-yard loss back to the 37.
So it'll be 2nd and 14 for Prestonsburg as Shelby Valley is fired up here in this second half, Ken.
Yes, they are.
You know, they came up big on the offensive drive, and now the first play on defense, they put Prestonsburg in a big hole here. Let's see what they do to come out of it. You know, you never know about Prestonsburg, though. They've got 2 quarterbacks in the backfield, so they can throw the ball at any time. And they're in the 3-deep I formation. And the pitch back to Crisp, and look for him to throw, and he's throwing the ball down the middle. It's intercepted. Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall cuts across the 40, 35, 30. He's down to the 25, 20, 10, and he's just inside the 10-yard line. Dusty Hall with the big interception in return as Shelby Valley comes out strong in the second half, and they're now threatening to score again. We're only 8 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the third quarter here. Shelby Valley trying to take a big lead and put things in their way as hoping to come out and do that early in the ball game. They've not been able to establish it, but Dusty Hall there with a big run on the interception. They're going to spot him at the 9-yard line. So that'll be 1st and goal for Shelby Valley.
Great return there by Dusty Hall after the interception as he really scampered down that sideline.
What, about a 30-yard? Well, about a 40-yard.
About a 40-yard return. Casey Newsom with it. And he stopped for a loss.
Like he's going to lose about 2 on the play as he's going to be hit at the 11-yard line, Ken. Prestonsburg defense coming up big there. You know, and Shelby Valley was stopped at this point earlier in the game in the first half. Let's see if they make some changes as the ball spotted right on the 11. It'll be 2nd down and call it 12 for Shelby Valley. Well, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 11, I guess. It'll have to be 2nd and 11. So Shelby Valley back up in the power I formation. Prater under center and movement on the left tackle for Shelby Valley, so that'll back them up another 5. So Shelby Valley, after the big interception, putting themselves in a hole here as they're going to end up being 2nd and 16. Well, 2nd and goal from the 16 here, Ken.
Nathan Robinson jumped there as he's anxious to get the play underway. Call for illegal procedure, and big hole now for the Wildcats as it's 2nd and goal from the 16.
So look for Shelby Valley to try to do something, get the ball to the outside. May even look for them to throw a pass here as, you know, everybody's going to be looking for Dusty Hall to get the ball. So let's see if they're going to try to cross up the defense as they line up in the power I formation. And Shelby Valley is going to throw the ball, and it is caught. It would be a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play, and it won't count as it's going to be illegal motion against Shelby Valley here. And you can hear the Shelby Valley fans and coaching staff going wild over here on the sidelines. And that will make it 2nd down and 20, we'll call it 21 as the ball is going to be spotted between the 20 and the 21-yard line. So I'll tell you, a good call by the Shelby Valley coaching staff, but somebody moved and it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. A quick hitter over the middle to Bobby Collins, and Chris Prater laid it right in there. But
you know, but all for naught as Shelby Valley now in the double spread offense. I don't know exactly what you call it. They 3 wide receivers to both sides and a single back in the backfield. And the ball given to Casey Newsom, and Casey Newsom will get back to about the 16-yard line. He'll pick up 4, maybe 5 yards, but, you know, that'll bring it up 3rd and we'll call it 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. You know, Shelby Valley trying to change up some things and fool the Prestonsburg defense, but didn't seem to work on that play. With 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go, Shelby Valley is going to take a timeout and talk about it. And with that, we'll take a timeout on the Intermountain Sports Network.
My family means everything, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure they're safe in our home. I started with this, a whole home security system with 24/7 monitoring. We control our system from anywhere, and wherever I am, I can see my family's okay.
You do anything to protect your family. Start with this, a smart home security system from Gearhart Security. Call or visit gearhartsecurity.com to learn more.
More than ever, life is full of change, and sometimes change is good. Same with your cable package. By upgrading to streaming with Gearhart TV, you get a ton of features and content. That's entertainment for everyone, no matter what they watch or how they do it. Change doesn't have to be a challenge either. Streaming with Gearhart TV is easy to use on the devices you already have. Ready for change? Contact Gearhart TV and make the switch to streaming today.
And Shelby Valley lines up with the I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Prater with a long snap count, and he takes the ball, pitches it back to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall avoids the tackler. He's trying to get to the outside. He's got a burst of speed. He's down inside the 10. He's close. Touchdown, Shelby Valley, as Dusty Hall dives across the goal line. Call it a, 16-yard
run. What a run it was. Dusty Hall.
As Shelby Valley now goes out 19-8 with a big lead here as early in this second half. Shelby Valley able to move the ball very well against Prestonsburg. They scored on the long drive, or the 60-yard drive on the first possession, and then after the big interception by Dusty Hall, they punch it in for another 6 as they're up 19-8. It looks like they're going to try to kick the extra point this time.
I don't know if you noticed that, but Dusty Hall was looking like he was not throwing an option pass there. As he is left-handed, and he drew back, started like he was going to throw it, and then took off, pulled the ball in, and ran with it. And was he ever moving?
Yeah, big burst of speed there. The kick is up. It looks good. Let's see. The officials say it is, so that will change the score. It will go to 20-8 for Shelby Valley. So Shelby Valley now has a 12-point lead. Do you think wonder if that missed extra point will play later on in this ball game, Ken?
Well, that'll be interesting to see. This is a very important drive coming up here for the Prestonsburg Black Cats, as they need to regain some momentum here and get some points on the board, now trailing by 12 points.
You know, that's true. That's something that this Shelby Valley team, after being held in the first half to only 1 touchdown, which has not happened, I don't think, all year to them, they were able to come, well, yeah, I guess it did in that one ball game. But they are used to scoring a lot of points, and two quick scores in this second half will give them a lot of confidence now, Ken.
Well, they're directly under us here, the Shelby Valley sideline, and these kids are really fired up as they're very excited about the way they've started this second half.
And Collins set to kick the ball off, and deep for Prestonsburg is number 20. That's the wrong 20. I'm looking on
That's Hank
Mullins. I'll get it out in a minute. I can say I looked down. 20 was Dusty Hall. I guess it is. It depends on which side you're looking at. And Collins will kick the ball down the middle of the field. It's an end-over-end kick, and it will be picked up by a short man across the 20, 25, 30, and back to the 33-yard line. So not bad field position again for Prestonsburg, but they need to hold on to the football this time and move the ball well, because this Shelby Valley team has momentum on their side now.
Well, they certainly do.
You know, and that's something you got to take into account in high school sports. Momentum means just about as much as talent in this kind of a ball game, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. A very emotional game. It takes a lot of emotion to play a physical game like football.
So Prestonsburg back in I formation, and the handoff will go up the middle to Jeremy Cobble, and he's 25, call it the 26-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 3, 4, I guess they're going to say now. Well, 3. I'll get it straight. I'm going to have to start paying attention to the football and not to the. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Prestonsburg. And like Ken said, this is a big drive for Prestonsburg. If Shelby Valley can hold them here, that'll just keep building that confidence level on their side. And again, the 3 deep I formation. And the snap, and this time the ball given to
Sloan.
Matt Sloan, and Sloan will get out close to the 40-yard line. We'll call it well, let's see. Let me see where they're going to go.
They'll mark it at the 38. Pickup of 2.
Well,
now they move it again, 39.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Preston.
Good third down play here for the Black Cats as they need to sustain this drive here and get some points on the board.
Yeah, you know, Prestonsburg, look for Jeremy Cottle to get the ball here. Of course, I said that earlier, and he didn't get it. But, you know, when you got to get these tough yards, you got to give it to your hoss in the backfield. And, nope, going to go to Matt Sloan, and he's going to have a first down as he gets out to the 45-yard line. So, proved me wrong again, but this time in a good way as he gets a first down. So, Prestonsburg, you know, trying to come back after giving up the 2 quick scores to move the ball down the field as they've got a drive started. They're getting close to midfield. And let's see, looks like they're going to come back up again with the 3-deep I formation, which is what they've done most of the night. But this time they've got a wide out way to the right. And this time the ball given to Cottle. Cottle hit at the line of scrimmage, but he bulls ahead for a pickup of about 2, so maybe 3. Now Cottle on the ground, not wanting to get up. Let's see. Yeah, he's moving slowly, but he is getting up. So give him a pickup of 2. That'll be 2nd and 8 for Shelby Valley. That's good to see that. You know, you don't like to see those big kids, you know, get hurt in a game like this. You want to see both teams want the best players out there so that they can find out just what they're made of, Ken.
Absolutely right. Don't want to see any of these young men go down to injury.
So 2nd and 8, Prestonsburg right about the 47-yard line. 3-deep formation. Pitch back to Crisp. And Crisp hit behind the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, back to the original line of scrimmage as he's going to be Shelby Valley saying they've got the fumble, but
they were calling him down.
Okay. And they're going to spot him right at we'll call it the 44-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 10 for Prestonsburg as this Shelby Valley defense now getting fired up as the big blitz up the middle puts a hurting on Prestonsburg as he's dropped for a loss.
Another big third down play for the Black Cats now. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. So now Prestonsburg goes with an I formation. Well, they're going to go split backfield and 2 wide outs to the left. And man in motion is Crisp, and it fakes. They hand it off to Cottle. Cottle tripped up to the line of scrimmage, falls ahead to the 5-yard line, or 50-yard line for a pickup of 5. 3 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and Prestonsburg in trouble here as they've got 4th and 5 right at the 50, well, right across the 50-yard line, call it the 49.5 of Shelby Valley. And let's see what Prestonsburg does. Looks like the punting unit's going to come in as a lot of people coming from the sideline. Probably a wise decision by Prestonsburg because you've already given up 2 quick scores. You don't want to give up that 3rd one. Well, I say quick. We've 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter as this has been a fast-moving ball game.
Yes, it has.
And the punt up.
McDonald with the kick.
McDonald spiraling punt. Looks like it's going to bounce and take a Prestonsburg roll as it's going to roll down close to the 10-yard line. And let's see, are they going to mark it on the 10, Ken?
Looks like it's right on the 10. So Shelby Valley will take over on their own 10-yard line with a 1st and 10. 2 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter, and the Wildcats of Shelby Valley on top 20-8 as they came out here storming in this 2nd half.
You know, the quickness of that backfield of Shelby Valley showing as they've been able to move the ball rather well. Of course, you know, Dusty Hall picking up a bunch of that yardage on the interception and using his speed on that when the field split out. So the I formation now behind Prater, 2 wide outs to the left. Long count. Prater takes the snap. Looks like he's going to give it to the first man through.
That was Casey Newsom.
Well,
the ball came loose. Bobby Collins picked it up, but they blew the whistle as he was down.
And we'll give that carry to Casey Newsom as we're pretty far away and can't really, I knew it was first man through, and he's usually the fullback in that formation. Give him a pickup of 1, maybe 2. We'll give him a pickup of 2, call it 2nd and 8 for Shelby Valley. 2nd and 8 from the 12-yard line as Shelby Valley looks like they're going to call a time. Well, official timeout. So
let's hold it right here and see what the holdup is.
Well, it looks like Casey Newsom is limping off the field slightly. unless maybe there's a blood on the jersey or something like that, you never can tell with these new rules. They worry a lot about the safety with the bodily fluids. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Shelby Valley from the 12-yard line.
As Corey Robinson checks in to play that fullback position.
So Corey Robinson at the fullback, Dusty Hall at tailback in an I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. And Prater takes the snap and gives the ball to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall gets a block. He's on the outside. He's down across the 25. He's across the 30, 40, 45, 50, knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line, and right smack in the middle of the 50-yard line, Dusty Hall picks up a bunch of yards. Call it 38 yards, I guess, Ken, or 48 yards.
A lot of credit to Todd Newsom there. He threw a great block to break Dusty on the outside on that run.
Yeah, Dusty, once he gets to the outside, he gets that block with his speed. It's tough to bring him down, and he just bumped out of bounds on the 50-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10, Shelby Valley from the 50. And the I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Prater takes the quick snap. Again, the ball given to Dusty Hall. He gets across the 50 to the 49, a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Shelby Valley. With 1:30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Shelby Valley moving the ball effectively here. 2nd down and 9. Shelby Valley, Dusty Hall doing a lot of carrying tonight as Casey Newsom on the sidelines with an injury, looks like, and see play being brought in. Shelby Valley staying in the huddle a long time. So looks like they're maybe going to try something different as they're running in some different players. The I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Prater takes the snap and gives the ball to Dusty Hall on the pitch. Dusty Hall across the 50, across the 45, down close to the 1st down as he's knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for Shelby Valley as they're going to the well again. That outside run, get Dusty Hall down the sidelines. Worked so far for 8 games. It's worked pretty well, so I guess I'd try to stay with it if I were the coaching staff. So it'll be big 2nd down here. Shelby Valley trying to score and put a sizable lead on the board as the 3rd quarter waning down. We have 55 seconds to go. Shelby Valley still in the huddle. Interesting call here. Look for Corey Robert. Well, actually look for him to go outside. It's Prestonsburg again stacking up the middle. The I formation behind Prater, long snap count. Prater fakes the handoff to Corey Robinson, gives it to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall looks like he'll get the 1st down as he is across the 40-yard line, down to the 39. Let's see where they're going to spot him. Well, actually, no. They're going to say he didn't. They're going to spot him on the 40-yard line. I think Dusty got a bad spot there as I'm telling you, he looked like he was down to 39 to me, didn't you, Ken?
Yeah, he did. Looked like a very poor spot on that play.
So we'll call it 3rd and a foot for Shelby Valley with 24 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
It's 4th down, 4th and a foot.
4th and a foot. Okay. So Prestonsburg stacking up the middle. Shelby Valley going with the long count. The ball given to Corey Robinson, and Corey Robinson will get the 1st down as he gets down to the 36-yard line. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Shelby Valley.
And that's going to wrap it up for the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, your score, Shelby Valley 20 and Prestonsburg 8. We'll be right back in a minute with exciting 4th quarter action. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Yeah, that's a minute.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
Caring for the loved ones of others during their twilight years can be an emotionally challenging task. Don't mistake that challenge as something completely draining. There's a lot of potential for a hospice nursing career to be emotionally rewarding. Hospice nurses seek to help patients live life to its fullest. If you feel this is where your heart can truly help others, email us at info@applchs.org or call Appalachian Hospice and Home Health Services today.
A 20-8 lead as we start the fourth quarter, and Shelby Valley looking good here, Ken, as they move the ball well all night tonight, and especially in this second half.
Yes, that was just a tremendous third quarter by the Wildcats as they really came out running hard. And Dusty Hall, he's had another big night here. So he has 142 yards on 17 carries. Casey Newsom right on the verge of a 100-yard rushing night as he has 98 yards on only 12 carries. And both those young men had a tremendous game, and the Shelby Valley defense really stepped it up in that third quarter.
You know, that's right. Shelby Valley came out down 1 in the second half, and then in the third quarter they scored 12 unanswered, and they've got the ball now. They've got an I formation behind Prater. Prater with the long count. The snap to give to Dusty Hall. Oh, what a hit as Dusty Hall is dropped right as he crosses the line of scrimmage.
Matt Sloan with a tremendous hit. Great job by Matt Sloan.
You know, that's one way to stop Dusty Hall, I guess. You hit him like that, he ain't going very far.
He lost a yard on that play.
So that'll bring up second down and 11 for Shelby Valley. And I tell you, beautiful hit there is Dusty Hall with that quickness and speed bust through the line of scrimmage, and his momentum, you know, normally the ball goes the other way when he gets hit, but that time he was knocked backwards. Shelby Valley in the I formation, and the handoff to Dusty Hall off the right side, and Dusty gets down close to the 30-yard line. So call it a pickup of 3, be 3rd and 7 for Shelby Valley here, as Prestonsburg defense coming out strong here in this fourth quarter as they've come to play now. They've stacked things up and making it a lot tougher for Shelby Valley to move the ball here. And they say it's 3rd and 6, so we'll go with the scoreboard on this one, as looks like the ball is laying right about the 30-yard line. And Shelby Valley again in the I formation, 2 wide outs to the right. Prater under center, long snap count. Prater takes the ball and pitches to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall trying to get to the outside and shakes a tackler, but that's all as he's dropped for a big loss. He's dropped back to the 39-yard line, and Prestonsburg's defense playing tough now here in the fourth quarter.
Great job with that Prestonsburg defense to get outside and contain Dusty Hall on that carry.
So that'll bring up fourth down and call it 13 for Shelby Valley. And they're bringing everybody over to the sidelines to talk it over. Let's see if they're going to punt the ball or if they're going to try to get the 13 yards. I expect for them to go for it here, as you know, they've been able to move the ball well. Let's see who's in the game. Nope. Yep, Dusty Hall still in the backfield. So, well, nope, looks like they're going to punt the ball as number 75. That is Mike Burke. We don't see a lot of their punters. We have to look it up. And Burke awaiting the snap. Long time out. Watch for a
delay of game.
Thought you might see a fake punt there by Shelby Valley. Is they took a long discussion on the sidelines. I don't know, maybe they were hoping to draw Prestonsburg off sides and then try to go for the extra yardage there. But that'll.
Well, this could be like Hal Murray did this last week against LSU. Kentucky had a long fourth down and took a delay of game. After the game, Murray said he took it intentionally and then did the fake punt and still completed it. Yeah. So I don't know here, but I think Mike Burke will punt the ball now.
I expect, 12-point lead. Prestonsburg been able to move the ball pretty well themselves. So let's see. Burke waiting for the snap, and it's a high snap over his head, and Burke's in trouble as he better fall on this one, and he does. And Shelby Valley will give the ball up as Prestonsburg will start this drive on the 29-yard line of Shelby Valley as the punt snapped over Burke's head. And wise decision of Burke just to fall on it, because if he didn't, there were nothing but Prestonsburg Black Cats after him.
Big break for the Black Cats now. It's 1st and 10 from the Shelby Valley 29, and if they can punch this in the end zone rather quickly, they're going to have plenty of time to come back in this ball game. Still 9:33 remaining.
Prestonsburg up the line quickly in the 3-deep I formation. Austin Clark takes a snap. He pitches back to 22.
Matt
Sloan, and Sloan trying to get outside. Nowhere to go as Sloan dropped for a big loss. Let's see where they're going to spot him at the 33. Well, let's see. I'm going to wait till they lay the ball down to 33.
Loss of 4 on the play.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 14.
Well, it's actually right on the 32 then.
They're killing me, Ken. So we'll call it 2nd and 13. Every time we make a call, they move the football. And Prestonsburg again with the 3-deep I formation. One wide receiver out wide left. And Clark takes the snap, gives it to Jeremy Cottle up the middle. And Cottle gets down close to the 25-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark him at. Well, I shouldn't have said that. They're going to mark him back at the 28.
Well, I think that's the 27. It is right on the 27. A pickup of 5 for Cottle.
So that'll bring third down and 7 for Prestonsburg. Is I tell you, we're not very good at watching this ball tonight. Kind of like one Mexican jumping beans. It's just all over the place. Prestonsburg with an I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. The pitch back to Crisp, and Crisp avoids one tackler but not another. Well, but I tell you, he goes down hard as he fights ahead for positive yardage. Let's see where they're going to spot him at. Let's wait till they lay the ball on the ground and walk away from it this time, Ken. We'll make a call. They're going to spot him at about the 21.5-yard line, so that'll bring up 4th down and 2 for Prestonsburg. Yeah, Shelby Valley defense doing a pretty good job here. Let's see what, look for maybe a pass here as they move. Well, I don't know. I'm afraid to make any more calls for Prestonsburg as they fooled me all night.
4th and 2. Big play here.
And
Cottle
gets the ball, and he's down close to the 20. Let's see where they spot. They're going to give him a good spot as he's going to be spotted across the 20, between the 20 and 21. That'll be close to a 1st down. I believe he'll have it. But I tell you, the Shelby Valley sideline upset over that spot as they thought he was stopped short of the 20. And Shelby Valley coaching staff saying he hasn't made it as they moved the ball back.
Yeah, he needed to be, looks like right at the 19, and I think he's going to be short.
Well, they've got him on right between the 19 and the 20 as I tell you, we got to wait till they lay the football down to decide where they're going to spot it tonight because they confusing me all night long. And they brought the chains out on the field. They've got it. They're stretching them out, and it's going to be short. And Shelby Valley will have the ball on a 1-inch call. Shelby Valley's defense comes up big, and they take over the ball right at the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 19 as it's not quite across the 20-yard line. With 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game.
Big stand here with this Shelby Valley defense as Prestonsburg with the big break on the high snap to the punter, taking over on the Shelby Valley 29 and unable to pick up a 1st down as they came very close. They picked up 9.5 yards, but just short. And with just 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, it's looking dim here for Prestonsburg.
Shelby Valley in the I formation, 2 wide outs to the right. Prater under center. Long count. Takes the snap, gives the ball to
Casey
Newsom back in the ball game as Casey Newsom gets out across the 25, between the 25 and the 30 somewhere, wherever they lay the ball down. And that'll be close to a 1st down, but he won't make it. It looks like they're going to spot him right on the 29-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
Casey Newsom now over 100 yards as he has 107 yards on only 13 carries. Great night here for Casey.
You know, everybody watching Dusty Hall and Casey Newsom using that to his advantage to pick up a bunch of yards here in this ball game. Shelby Valley in the I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Prater under center, long snap count again. This time the give Corey Robinson. And Corey Robinson's got some room as he gets down across the 40, across the 45, call it the 47-yard line, and another Shelby Valley 1st down as Shelby Valley starting to move the ball at will now against this Prestonsburg defense. So Shelby Valley trying to put this one away with 6 minutes, 43 seconds. They're driving the ball down the field as they're now at the 47-yard line of their own 47-yard line, trying to get it into Prestonsburg territory.
Big 19-yard pickup for Corey Robinson as he has 27 yards on only 3 carries tonight.
I formation again. Prater under center, 2 wide outs to the left. Prestonsburg up looking for the run up the middle. This time the ball given to Corey Robinson. Corey Robinson hit at the line of scrimmage. He gets out close to the 50-yard line on second effort. Let's see where they're going to spot him. So I think he'll get about a 2-yard gain on that as they're going to spot him right at the 49. So call it 2nd down and 2nd and 8 for Shelby Valley as Corey Robinson hit hard just as he crosses the line of scrimmage, Ken.
With the clock now under the 6-minute mark, 5:55 remaining and still ticking, and I'm sure Shelby Valley wants to keep this ball on the ground, keep the clock running.
You know, again, the I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. Prater under center, another long snap count. This time the pitch back to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall trying to get outside on the left-hand side. He avoids one tackler. He gets across the 50, down past the 45. Let's see. Did he get out? Did he get right at the 45? Looks like they're going to spot him. So it'll be a pickup of about 5-7 yards for Dusty Hall. So it'll be 3rd down and 2? Call it 3rd and 2 for Shelby Valley. So 5 minutes, 31 seconds to go. The clock should still be moving, but I guess he went out of bounds, though. So 3rd and 2 for Shelby Valley, and I expect them to take a long time in the huddle. Well, you know, as long as they keep the clock moving, that's what they want to do at this point. You know, they would like to score again, but the clock is their friend at this point. 2 wide outs to the right, I formation behind Prater. Again, the long snap count has everybody on the line of scrimmage for Prestonsburg, and to give to Corey Robinson. He gets ahead across the 45, close to the 1st down. Let's see where they're going to spot him at. Well, I said he did, and they start moving backwards again. I'm going to quit talking good about any of these spots. Every time I do it, they move the ball backwards on me.
Yes, Robinson picks up 3 and a 1st down.
1st and 10, Shelby Valley. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The clock running. Shelby Valley looking good at this point with the 12-point lead, Ken.
Yes, they are. And with that 1st down, they're going to be able to run a couple more minutes off this clock, and it's unless Prestonsburg can come up with a big turnover, it looks like they're going to go down to defeat here tonight. And the Wildcats will remain undefeated.
High formation behind Prater, 2 wide outs to the right. Long snap count. Prater takes the snap, gives the ball to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall hitting the backfield and going to be dropped for a loss as he gets hit right about the 45-yard line. Call it the 44, 43, I don't know. I have any idea.
Right on the 45 right now, Charlie. Well, let's wait.
They keep moving.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to be hit on the 45-yard line.
Loss of 3.
13 for Shelby Valley. I tell you, this has been a rough night for me and the officials. One of us ain't right. I don't know which side it is, but that ball keeps moving around. Shelby Valley in control in this one with 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. 2nd down and 13. Again, the I formation. Well, it looks like it's going to be the power I formation.
It'll be a quick snap as they're going to run out of time.
Corey Robinson in the ball game. Ball given to Newsom. Newsom gets across the 45, maybe to the 44. Let's see where they're going to spot him at. We're going to call it the 44 and go with it from there, Ken. It's 3 minutes, 51 seconds. The clock's still running. Shelby Valley looking to run as much clock out as they can now. And I heard a whistle. Okay. Call it 3rd and 12 again. As they say, there was no gain on the play. The ball spotted right back on the 45. Shelby Valley having a rough time on the spots here tonight, but they still winning the ball game. As Prestonsburg's defense trying to hold strong here, and Shelby Valley will call a timeout. And with that, we'll take a timeout. This is the Intermountain Sports Network.
Not everyone gets this excited when they discover the joy of Gearhart TV. But it happens. It's kind of a thrill to see every channel in HD. Go back in time with Replay and Restart TV. Record to the cloud. And watch TV everywhere on any device with no set-top box. Your excitement may vary, but there's a lot to cheer about Gearhart TV. Available now. Visit mygtv.com now to sign up.
Smile, girl. Act like you like each other.
This is our Chicago.
Stop! We're gonna enjoy every minute of it.
You two, coming or what?
Hey, wake up, brother. It is payback time.
Who's bigger than the 2 of us now?
You gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be.
The Bellator cage has landed.
To 8 lead the football, and 3 minutes 22 seconds to go in the ball game. So things looking good for the Wildcats as they're trying to keep that 8-0 winning streak going, Ken.
Well, they're not going to keep that going. It's either going to be 9-0 or 8-1, Charlie, after tonight, and it's really looking like 9-0 now. Big 3rd down and 12 play here.
Power I behind Prater. Prater takes a snap. The pitch to Dusty Hall. Dusty Hall trying to get the outside, and I tell you what, a host of Black Cats hit him right about the 50-yard line. You know, excellent defense by Prestonsburg there as they swarm all over Dusty Hall on that carry, and that'll bring up 4th and long now for Shelby Valley, and look for them to punt the ball away as Mike Burke is into the ball game. And Prestonsburg will have one more shot as with 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go, they'll get the football back, and they're going to call a timeout and decide what to do with it. So we'll take another quick timeout on the Intermountain Sports Network. Wildcats as it's 4th and about 15. Burke gets the snap this time, gets the kick blocked this time by Prestonsburg.
Jeremy Cottle
there is Prestonsburg trying to pick it up, and they do. They're going to get the ball with good field position here as it's inside the 25-yard line. We'll wait and see where they're going to spot it at, but big break again for the Prestonsburg Black Cats as they're going to have the ball inside the 25-yard line of Shelby Valley with 3 minutes to go. They're down 12, but a quick score here will make a real ball game out of it, Ken Hall.
Yes, it would. It's a big rush by that front line of the Black Cats. Jeremy Calder leading the way, blocking the punt, and Prestonsburg in business once again.
Well, this ball game's lived up to his billing as, other than the 12 points in the third quarter, it's been a real battle all night long. As Prestonsburg now trying to close it up, they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have it 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. The 3 deep eye with a wide receiver wide left. Clark takes the ball, gives it to Cottle. Cottle breaks up the middle. I tell you, he's got some runner. He's going to be hard to bring down. He's crossed the 5, inside the 4.
Dusty Hall saved the touchdown. What a run by Jeremy Cottle.
Jeremy Cottle just lumbers up the middle. I guess that's all you can say is he shakes off tacklers and he gets down inside the 4, calling it the 3-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal now for the Prestonsburg Black Cats. And with 2 minutes 45 seconds to go, if they can score here, look for the onside kick and a real ball game.
Jeremy Cottle coming up with 2 big plays consecutively as he blocked that punt and then a 20-yard gain on the following play.
Again, the 3 deep eye, wide receiver wide left. Give the ball to Cottle again, and he's going to get inside the 3. Don't know where, but now Shelby Valley's saying he fumbled it, but I don't think so, as the whistle's blown and short pickup, but, you know, give him a lot of credit as trying to punch it in quick. 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Prestonsburg knocking on the door. 3 deep eye. Clark under center. Takes the snap. This time the give to
Chris. He's hit by Corey Robinson.
Chris hit at the 3-yard line and down. So let's see.
Corey Robinson and Roy Standifer in there with a tremendous stop on Seth Crispus. He's knocked back to the 3.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout here as Prestonsburg going to talk timeout and talk about it with 3rd and 3, 1:50 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick break here on the Intermountain Sports Network.
Caring for the loved ones of others during their twilight years can be an emotionally challenging task. Don't mistake that challenge as something completely draining. There's a lot of potential for a hospice nursing career to be emotionally rewarding. Hospice nurses seek to help patients live life to its fullest. If you feel this is where your heart can truly help others, email us at info@apphchs.org or call Appalachian Hospice and Home Health Services today.
And Prestonsburg down inside the 3-yard line as they're lining up in the 3 deep eye. And Clark under center with the 3 deep eye behind him. Prestonsburg knocking on the door, but Shelby Valley defense coming up strong. The pitch outside to Crisp. Crisp he's working his way. He's down close. Touchdown, Prestonsburg, as with 1:45 to go in the ball game. Prestonsburg has put 6 more on the board. That'll make it 20-14. And I tell you, Ken, we've got a real barn burner going here.
Yes, we have. Let's look for Prestonsburg to come back with an onside kick.
Look for them to try to score too, as they've got big Jeremy Cottle in the backfield in that 3 deep eye. Either give the ball to Chris behind Cottle or try to let Cottle punch it in himself here. and try to get 2 points would make it a 4-point ball game.
It's irrelevant if they get 1 or 2. They're going to have to score a touchdown. It looks like they're going for 2.
As they would say in basketball, it's a 2-possession game now. And
Clark with the fake
throw, and he's going to be sacked. Well, they're going to call an incomplete pass, but I don't guess it really matters as the point after fails. And
nice fake by Clark, but Scotty Hamilton came from behind and nailed him just as he was trying to release the ball.
1:45 to go. Prestonsburg 14, Shelby Valley 20. This is the Intermountain Sports Network.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
And very impressed.
Wonder if anybody in the stadium believes they're going to kick this ball deep. They're not even faking it. They've got everybody lined up to the right-hand side of the ball, and the ball teed up. Everybody on the field waiting for the onside kick. If he kick it, be interesting to see if he kicks it back to the right or kicks it to the left in front of all those men, as he has one man back this side.
That's long.
And takes a high bounce, and the ball is loose, and Prestonsburg may have it, and they do, it looks like. Let's see what the call is going to be. Prestonsburg recovers on a successful onside kick. They've got the ball inside the 35-yard line of Shelby Valley. As I tell you, Ken, it don't get much more exciting than this.
No, it doesn't. This has been a tremendous football game, and there's 1:40 of excitement left. 1 minute 41 seconds to be exact. And they're bringing the ball back to the 36-yard line. And Prestonsburg will take over from the Shelby Valley 36, 1st and 10. And they've got 1:41 to punch it in. They need 6 to tie.
So the 3-5 and one wide receiver to the left. Clark takes the snap. He gives the ball to Cottle. Cottle goes ahead for positive yardage, and, just good hard running there by Cottle and good defense by Shelby Valley, as he doesn't pick up a lot, but he picks up about a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Prestonsburg. And no huddle offense. Prestonsburg in the I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. The pitch back to Crisp. Crisp trying to get to the outside, hit and dropped. Maybe for a positive gain. Let's see where they're going to spot it as. Prestonsburg trying to call the timeout is Jeremy Cottle, and they'll get it. So call it no gain, 2nd down and 9. And with that, we'll take a quick break on the Intermountain Sports Network.
More than ever, life is full of change. And sometimes change is good. Same with your cable package. By upgrading to streaming with Gearhart TV, you get a ton of features and content. That's entertainment for everyone, no matter what they watch or how they do it. Change doesn't have to be a challenge either. Streaming with Gearhart TV is easy to use on the devices you already have. Ready for change? Contact Gearhart TV and make the switch to streaming today.
Smile, girl. Act like you like each other.
This is our Chicago.
Stop! We're gonna enjoy every minute of it.
You two coming or what?
Hey, wake up, brother. It is payback time.
It's bigger than the two of us now.
You gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be.
The Bellator cage has landed.
On 35-yard line of Shelby Valley, and shotgun formation. The
Austin Clark back.
He's going to throw. He's got a man. No. Overthrows him. The Prestonsburg sideline upset, wanting pass interference, but I don't see a flag on the field, so that'll be an incomplete pass, and with 1:07 to go, 3rd down and 9. Prestonsburg's got to do something with the ball here.
This is going to bring up 4th down and 9.
So,
and Clark once again in the shotgun, and the game riding on this play right here.
3 wide receivers to the left and a single back in the backfield. The snap, but he gets it. He's got no protection. He's got the ball. He's got it out. He's got a receiver. He's going to be close to a first down. Let's see what we're going to have.
He's got a first down. Beautiful throw by young sophomore Austin Clark to Matt Sloan for the big first down to keep this drive alive.
Throw on the run as he was being chased by a bunch of Shelby Valley Wildcats. And with 1 minute to go in the ball game, we've got a doozy, Ken.
Yes, we have.
It's what we've been looking for all year as Prestonsburg up in the shotgun again with 3 wide outs to the right. And Clark with the ball. He's got time. He's got a man. No, he overthrows him as that'll bring up second down and 10. And I tell you, this is exciting football right here.
Yes, it is.
In Prestonsburg.
Boy, you can't say enough about Austin Clark and that throw he made on the run. Three defenders coming after him, and he rolled out and threw that ball on the run to Matt Sloan. Beautiful throw.
Again, the no-huddle offense has 3 wide receivers to the right. The snap over his head, but he's able to pull it in. He's being chased in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss as Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley comes up with a big defensive play here, and let's see where they're going to spot the ball.
All the way back to the 33. Loss of 11 yards.
Third down and a bunch with 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Prestonsburg in the... And that's what I thought. We're going to have an offsides penalty on Shelby Valley as they were trying to anticipate the snap count and just didn't quite make it. So that'll stop the clock with 30 seconds, 30.2 seconds as we have a Y2K clock here.
Yes.
And that'll bring up third down and about 15 for Prestonsburg here with 30 seconds to go and a 20-14 lead for Shelby Valley as Prestonsburg trying their best to tie the score up here in a hurry with 3 wide outs to the right. Clark in the shotgun. Another high snap. And Clark fumbles it. It's picked up by a lineman. And Shelby Valley will recover the fumble, I believe. Let's see what the officials, and that does.
That's the ball game.
With a 15.9 seconds to go, looks like Shelby Valley will survive a scare as the air just let out of this Prestonsburg team as you see a bunch of upset Black Cats down on the field now. And everybody coming up off the pile.
They're still wrestling for the ball, but the call's already been made.
The officials have already called it. And Prestonsburg still wanting the ball, but they're not going to get it, I don't think. They may make a reversal of the call. Let's see. Nope. First down, Shelby Valley with 15.9 seconds to go in the ball game. I believe this one may be over. Barring a big mistake by Shelby Valley, they've got this one in hand, but Prestonsburg very upset on that call there, Ken.
Shelby Valley calling a timeout, and we'll take a short break and be right back with the finish of this game from Prestonsburg.
In favor of Shelby Valley, and with 15.9 seconds to go, Prestonsburg just fumbled. If you tuned in late, Prestonsburg just gave up the fumble inside the 35-yard line, and Shelby Valley will have the ball with 15 seconds to go, and looks like they're going to survive as Prestonsburg was really threatening there. Shelby Valley up in the, I guess you'd call it a protecting formation, as they're taking the snap and going to fall on it. And Jeremy Cobble just pushes a bunch of Wildcats backwards with that big strength that he is. And the clock now running. Prestonsburg out of timeout, so Shelby Valley will let the clock run out. And this one will be over as Shelby Valley will go to 9-0 and 4-0 in the district. And a bunch of elated Wildcats and a bunch of dejected Black Cats as we've had a whale of a football game, Ken.
Yes, we have a tremendous football game here as the Wildcats come away by the skin of their teeth and to remain undefeated at 9-0, 20-14, and a high snap because of that fumble that finalized Prestonsburg's last chance. But great effort by both of these teams out here tonight. These young men really played their hearts out, and just a tremendous ball game. And we appreciate you being with us. Want you to stay tuned here. We're going to kick it back to the station for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with a wrap-up of this game. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
My family means everything, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure they're safe in our home. I started with this, a whole home security system with 24/7 monitoring. We control our system from anywhere, and wherever I am, I can see my family's okay.
You'd do anything to protect your family. Start with this, a smart home security system from Gearhart Security. Call or visit gearhartsecurity.com to learn more.
When life's unfortunate events happen, we sometimes see people at their worst. That's why we make it our goal to give them our best. If you've been involved in an auto accident, have a workers' compensation, Social Security, or SSI claim, you need an attorney with proven results. You need John Earl Hunt.
I'm Attorney John Earl Hunt. I believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I support the American flag. I'm a country lawyer. I'd be honored to represent you in your case. I'll treat you right. I'll do the best I can to help you.
4 of 20-14 in what turned out to be a whale of a ball game. We went in at halftime 8-7, Prestonsburg leading. Then the third quarter, Shelby Valley comes out and scores 12 unanswered. And then in the fourth quarter, Prestonsburg scores 6 unanswered and was knocking on the door before a high snap to the quarterback Clark, and fumble may have cost them the ball game, but as they were threatening to score. And Ken, you got a few stats and comments for us?
Got quite a few stats here. Very exciting ball game tonight. Just a tremendous effort by both of these teams. First for the Prestonsburg Black Cats, Seth Crisp carried the ball 20 times tonight, picked up 54 yards. He threw an option pass for a 22-yard gain. That pass was to Kyle Shepard, as we earlier said Mike McDonald. I believe that was Kyle Shepard on that catch. Hank Mullins injured in the first half. He came back and played a little in the second half, but he only had a couple of carries for 1 yard tonight. Jeremy Cottle, just a tremendous game tonight as he carried the ball 14 times, picked up 79 yards. He also blocked a punt and then had the big run that got him down close to the goal line for that last touchdown. He just a tremendous effort tonight by the UK recruit Jeremy Cottle. Matt Sloan carried the ball 7 times, picked up 26 yards, and he also had a reception on a pass, 13 yards. And young quarterback Austin Clark, only a sophomore. He didn't throw the ball a lot tonight. 4 passes, completed 1 for 13 yards and 1 interception. But a tremendous play he made there, Charlie, on that pass to keep the drive alive. It was 4th down, and under tremendous pressure, he rolled out and threw the ball on the run to keep the drive alive, keep Prestonsburg's hopes alive, but unable to come through with a touchdown to tie it up. For the Shelby Valley Wildcats, Chris Prater at quarterback only threw 1 pass tonight, that being incomplete. And another great night for Dusty Hall and for these Shelby Valley, this entire Shelby Valley backfield, as Dusty carried the ball 24 times, picked up 139 yards, and scored a touchdown. That's a great 16-yard run for that final touchdown. Just a tremendous effort by Dusty. Casey Newsom, 14 carries, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 1 of 2 yards, and then that big 39-yarder early in the third quarter there to really get Shelby Valley rolling in this second half. Great game by Casey Newsom. Corey Robinson carried the ball 5 times, picked up 32 yards. And, this Shelby Valley defense, they just really stepped up at the times they needed to. Prestonsburg played a great game, moved the ball quite well on the ground, but when it came down to crunch time, the Shelby Valley defense there once again to stop them.
Well, I'll tell you, that's something we didn't talk about. We talked about the offense, but both teams did well on the defensive end tonight, as both teams made several nice stands. As in the first half, Prestonsburg held the defensive edge as they made the big stand inside the 10-yard line to stop Shelby Valley from what everybody thought would be a score there. And then here in the second half, the Shelby Valley defense came, well, in the first half, Shelby Valley came up that big 1-yard stop as Prestonsburg was threatening to score down on this end. And then in the second half, the Shelby Valley defense comes up big. So,
well, and we've got to talk a little bit about next week, and we'll be done here. But Shelby Valley now a perfect 9-0, 4-0 in the district. Belfry